No, I do apologise for that. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna get to the live part of the stream, and then I'm gonna share this round, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty stuff. Right, just bear with me 1 second while I share this round, and then we'll get into it. There we go, should be good to go. There we go. Just give me 1 second, guys. There we go, I am heard. Yes, guys, good evening and welcome to Thursday Night Racing League. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or even good evening, depending on where you are watching this beautiful stream. That is right, we are back for another race. But not only is it another race, it's the Championship Decider. That is right, it is, of course, Thursday Night Racing League for the PlayStation 4 Season 6 season finale. Where has the time gone? Where has the time gone in for Thursday night? You know, it seems like 2 weeks ago we had the penultimate rounds at Misano, well, the penultimate race at Misano, but we are here at Kyalami, just outside of Johannesburg in South Africa. And yes, if you're wondering who this is and you're wondering who this beautiful face is, of course it is the legendary and the one and only Hoppers in the commentary box. How is everyone doing? How's everyone's week been? It's been a while, but I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. I'm just going to try and get the brightness of the camera a bit up, so just give me 1 second if it does go blank for a minute, just while I set up the camera. I just feel like, you know, transparent, you know. There we go, that's better. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what is going to happen tonight. As I say, it is of course the final round of Thursday Night Racing League, and there is a lot to play for. You may think, what's going to happen tonight? There is a lot of going down to the wire, should I say, with the likes of JMR and of course the guy currently on screen, Lemos, but them two have been fighting for the championship since potentially probably round one of the championship. But we do have, of course, now have season finale for season 6. It seems that there's a lot to be taken into for this evening. We do have obviously the Porsche and Ferrari battle like we did last season, but obviously, you know, it's probably going to be thereabouts for the likes of Lemos and of course JMR. JMR's currently at the moment though, and of course third in free practice. It is going to be an hour and 15-minute race again, but we should be hopefully crowning the champion after tonight's checkered flag. As I say, I'm going to try and invite some of the guys in for a driver interview tonight, just to see how they thought their season had gone, as well as probably congratulating champion. I'll try and see if I can, but if I can't, then I'll still do 1 or 2 driver interviews. Just bear with me 1 second. I do have a bit of wax in my ear, which is not fun at the moment. But we've got, of course, EW in the 38 Porsche, the other Porsche that's out there at the moment. But who knows what is going to happen. But it could be quite interesting to see what's going to happen between the likes of the Porsches, because the Porsches have gone very strong round here previously, but I think JMR actually won here last season. But looking how the season's gone, then it's been a bit of a mixture. It's been a bit hectic in some races. We know for a fact Stefano Marchetto has obviously announced he's heading to PS5, but I don't think he's going to be here tonight. You never know though. But he came back at Imola in the Bentley and then somehow won from the back of the grid. Well, he started from pit lane, then won race 1 of the sprint races, but He's not been back since, but you never know, he may make a return tonight. But looking at the grid then, or looking at the drivers so far, we've got Lemos followed by EW, then of course JMR, and of course Steve. Steve made his debut at Mazzano last time out, I think it was Mazzano. It's nice to see him back on the grid for tonight in the black and grey Porsche. It's an astounding effort for him to be on the grid. And then you've got of course Chris Allen. I think Chris Allen's actually in contention to win the AM class title. I'm not too sure whether it's been wrapped up already, but who knows what will happen. Then you've got of course Future Revenge. Then you've got a newcomer to me, and that is Sly Pete in the 777 McLaren, the 720 or the 750S. He is looking racy at the moment, but you never know how well he will do tonight. I hope you guys can hear me on stream, because I am having issues with my headset. It does have volume in one ear but then not the other, or it cuts out on the left side, so where the microphone is, it's cutting out, so I can't hear in that ear. But hopefully you can still hear me on stream. I'll just double check that. Yeah, it's fine. I can I'm still talkative, which isn't a problem. Then you got DC Joe in the 76 Ferrari, and we do have a newcomer in the other McLaren in the number 19. That is BR NTZ19. He is in the black, purple and green McLaren. I believe he's actually the local driver as well, so he's going to do very well around here. We'll see what happens. Of course, then we've got Skyfu as well in 10th place at the moment. But looks like only 10 drivers at the moment, which is a bit of a shame really for the final rounds. But I believe we are due to have a grid of, I believe it's 14 drivers. It could be a bit less. I'm just going to double check, but hopefully things pick up. Let's have a look then. So we do have yes, we're meant to have a grid of 14 drivers tonight, so that could be very interesting. 15 actually, yeah, 15 drivers on the grid. So we'll wait for the likes of Hells, Yuri and Peter and GLGD Sport, Jurek Jr. and I believe that is it. I think Slow Wolf is not confirmed. He's not sure whether he's racing. But going into, of course, for next season, this is season 7 by the way. Well, it's season 6, but it's season 7. What I'm about to read is season 7 calendar. This is where I'm looking forward to coming back in the comments box for season 7. It's going to be probably quite an interesting one. We do start off then at the legendary Monza circuit. It looks like Monza is going to be playing host of first endurance, the first of an hour and 15 minute hour and 15 minute races. It's still going to be the same format. We go to Monza and then we head off to this is the 27th of April, so we've got a bit of time yet until we head off to for season 7. It's probably going to give some of the guys a bit of time to practice their cars and test them and probably see what happens, whether the paint schemes change or whether, you know, they tend to keep them. It all depends, but we'll soon find out. But this is for season 7. We head off to Monza then for the first round of the championship for season 7. Season 7 will be starting at the end of this month. Then we head off to Paul Ricard Circuit de Le Castellet. That is on the 11th of May. That is going to be run in the dark. I believe it may start off in the day and then the sun will set and then it finishes in the dark. We'll soon find out with that. That's the other hour and 15 minutes endurance race. So they've got 2 endurance races to start off this season for season 7. Then we head for the first sprint race. There's actually 3 now sprint races next season. We do head to, of course, Zolder in Belgium. I'm looking forward to finally getting to commentate at Zolder. I love the circuit. I think it's a great circuit. So that will be 2 35-minute races and 2 5-minute qualifying sessions for the sprint. And then we head, so that's going to be in bright sunshine. at Zolder. Surprisingly, with it being Belgium, I'm surprised it hasn't rained. But that is the 25th of May, the 8th of June. So, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Do apologise about that. Luckily, hopefully didn't sneeze down anyone's ear. The 8th of June then is, we are here. That is right, we are at Kyalami. It's going to be typical Kyalami weather. It is going to be raining. It's going to be wet, so it's going to be the only, probably looks of it, it's not going to be the only wet race of the season either. Then, so that's another sprint. Then we have the final sprint of season 7 at Suzuka on the 22nd of June. Which is going to be fantastic. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. And then we head back to Belgium for the penultimate endurance race of the season. That's on the 6th of July, and that is at Spa-Francorchamps, which Spa's a fantastic circuit. And it's the penultimate endurance race of the season. And then going into, of course, the final endurance race of season 7 on the 20th of July, we head to Silverstone, and it looks like it is going to be a wet Silverstone as well. But that is for the PlayStation 4 guys. This is the guys that I commentate on. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen for season 7. I'm most looking forward to seeing what's going to happen in the final round this evening for Thursday Night Racing League for season 6. It has been quite an enthralling battle. I think I've not actually missed any races at all this season, commentary wise. I might have missed one, I'm not too sure, but I think I've actually been thereabouts in the commentary box for pretty much near enough every single round this season. PlayStation 5, if you're interested in the PS5 lobby, they don't get commentated on because they don't. Unfortunately, I don't have PlayStation 5. If I did, then I'd commentate on that as well as these guys, but I don't. They actually start off at Monza on the 1st of May, so they have a week later than our guys on the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4 rather. Then the 4th of May rather, it's not the 1st of May. My eyes were playing tricks on me. Then they head to Watkins Glen. This is the PS5 guys, so if you're interested in joining for next season for the PS5 campaign, head over to that Discord link if you can read it in the top where I'll point in a minute or two, probably where it's above there where it says replay, and that above there's the Discord link. They head to, of course, Watkins Glen, and that is going to be a nighttime race for the endurance races. I believe their endurance races are slightly, yeah, they're the same level of same level as our in the PlayStation 4 lobby. They head off to Watkins Glen, then they actually go for their first sprint. Is of course Indianapolis. That is going to be fantastic. You know, it's a shame that Indianapolis and Watkins Glen are on the PlayStation 4 version, but hey ho, it is what it is. Then they head off for another sprint at Kyalami, and then obviously at Suzuka, and then they round up at Spa, and then of course Silverstone to complete their season. So roughly the same, apart from Watkins Glen and of course Indianapolis for all the PlayStation 5 guys. They hopefully will do very well. I am looking forward to, as I say, what's going to happen. I'm going to be back in the commentary box for season 7. It's looking likely I've tied in another night of or another couple of Thursday night evenings to do the commentary. It's something I really enjoy doing, if I'm honest. It's not the easiest of skills, but commentary I can get into an art. There is obviously hells in the other McLaren, so there's quite a few McLarens. There's 3 Porsches, 3 Ferraris at the moment, 2 Bentleys, and then of course 2 McLarens and 1 Lamborghini. So Yuri has made it this evening. But yes, it is going to be interesting to see what's going to happen for season 7. Season 7 though is going to be probably one of the craziest seasons to date, because, you know, depending on who gets champion tonight, may want to go into season 7 with high hopes to see if they can go either back to back or they can go one better. In JMR's case, we think JMR may try and see what he can do. You know, I think overall this season has been it's been amazing so far. I'll go through some of the things that I've mentioned, some of the guys have mentioned to me over the last couple of days. We were talking about just thoughts for the season, or thoughts what's happened. I'm sure the guys will probably will tell us in the driver interview after the race. We've got 30 minutes until we get ready for qualifying. Qualifying will be starting probably just after 8 o'clock UK time, just after 9 o'clock Central European time, and then of course just after, depending on where you are in America, I think it's just after 4 PM over there. So it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen. But according to this, JMR has given me a comment. It's been pretty tight with the tight season with the Porsches, managing to always have a little edge over him. But yeah, because Lemos is an alien. Hashtag driver racing excuses. Yes, JMR, we know you give driver racing excuses. We've seen plenty of them over the course of the season, but push too hard to get the 2 wins and take the fight to the Porsche drivers. Looking forward to the final showdown here in Kyalami. Stefano Marchetto, aka Momolotto. Stefano is not here tonight, which it would have been nice to have him end the season in style, but unfortunately he's not. He says, mine's pretty quick. Boo Audi, yay Bentley. You may remember at the opening round of the championship, he was in the Audi R8, didn't feel very comfortable with it, and then went back to the Bentley for, of course, Imola, but then obviously is now gone on to pastures new. But it is what it is. But tonight we do have, of course, a lot of things ongoing, but we'll see how quick tonight goes. Tonight is, as I say, it is the final round of the championship. If you are watching the stream, guys, welcome in. Please do give it a massive thumbs up. Just gonna make sure I'm still heard on stream. Please do give it a massive... Yes, I am heard on stream. You probably see that I've got a camera pointing at me. It's purely because I like to give my face on stream, so you get to see the commentator exactly, you know, how I react to the night ahead. It has been a bit of a weird, sort of a weird day today. Just why, I know it's about Thursday Night Racing League, but I'm sure the guys will appreciate me doing this. Obviously, in real life motorsport, we do have, you know, we do have, of course, real life motorsport around the world, and today we learned the sad passing of Craig Breen, which, you know, he was an up and coming World Rally Championship driver, and he sadly lost his life today in a tragic testing incident. Thoughts go out to Craig Breen's family and friends. It's not the nicest thing to hear, especially when you're a fan of motorsport, but here at TNRL we send our deepest condolences to his friends and family. It's not the nicest way to go, but, you know, unfortunately, you know, that's the risk you take doing motorsport. But tonight it is all about the Thursday Night Racing League, guys. I thought I'd just throw that in there as a tribute. You know, I know people probably think, if you just join the stream, why, but I thought I might as well. But if you are watching the stream, guys, please do let me know you're watching. Please do give me a friendly hello. I'm not going to bite, but yes, I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen. I think looking at the times at the moment in free practice, I'll get the times up right now. Lemos is currently with a 1:42.351. Then you got, of course, his Porsche, the other Porsche of EW, so Edu with a 1:42.2 5, 6, 7, which seems to be quite interesting to see what he's going to do. Of course, you've got Steve in the other Porsche, the 911's 9911 or the 991. It's a bit of a weird sort of Porsche, but he's a 142.786. That's going to be very interesting to see what he can do. And then of course Jeremiah is currently a 142.822. He's not 471 of a second behind at the moment, but that's going to be very interesting to see what is going to happen. I believe Sky Pete's now gone into a Nissan GTR, which could be very interesting indeed, but whether that's something he's probably trying to test to see what car will suit him for this evening, it's not a problem. But you know, I believe he's going to be we'll see what he can do as he loses a bit of control there. And then we've got of course Joe Rick Jr. in the McLaren, the Balfour Motorsport British GT livery. So, you know, it's going to be very interesting to see what people are going to do tonight, with around 24.5 minutes to go until qualifying. It is a 10-minute qualifying session, so anything can happen. But if you are watching the stream, guys, please do give me a friendly hello. I'm not going to be shy. I'm going to be mentioning a few things on stream. As I say, I will give everyone pretty much airtime. I give people a lot of coverage, and we do, of course, offer variation cameras. We do have, of course, the looking back camera, we have the onboard footage, and we do also have my favourite, the helicam. I'm just going to turn it down a bit because it was a bit loud in my ear, but we'll soon figure out what's going to happen tonight. But so far the weather is quite substantially warm. Excuse me, but it could be okay this evening. But as I say, Sky Pete in the Nissan GTR. Is he going to go into the GTR? Let's find out, because that GTR, it's never been. I don't think anyone's actually used it in Thursday Night Racing League, so it'll be interesting to see whether he does use it. But the Porsches are stopping the rot of course, Jeremiah, as Sly Pete's actually gone out, so I don't think he is using the Nissan GTR. I think he's just trying to trying to test different cars, because with being new to the league, I think, you know, he's going to try and see which is going to do very well for here tonight. But you know, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens. But we do have 12 drivers at the moment, soon to be 13, but when Sly Pete does come back. But hopefully he does come back. But we've also got Hells in the number 22 McLaren. I believe that's the Jensen Button Rocket Team one. It looks very smart indeed. It's the 720. I think it's the 720. I'm trying to remember the name of the McLaren. Yeah, 720S. I do apologise. I said it was the 750S. I do apologise for my early mistake. But should be great for tonight. As I say, it's going to be close for comfort. But I will do a driver interview after tonight's race, just to hear the thoughts of one driver. Probably I might try and get the champion in as well, but there's 19 points in it between Lemos and of course JMR at the moment. James needs to push on tonight. He can't afford any silly mistakes. You know, he had a silly mistake at Barcelona early on in the season, but you know, you probably just gonna have to take it easy. But who knows what's gonna happen as Sky Pete comes back into the McLaren. I think he's actually coming with the McLaren. I think he's gonna go with that. But you've got BRNTZ, a local hero around here at Kyalami, so we'll see how well he does tonight on his debut as well. Quite a few guys making their debuts tonight, so it's going to be close to see what happens. Got 21 minutes to go until qualifying does begin, but as I say, there is a lot in for tonight as well. I hope James does push quite a bit, because he needs to push on this evening. We've got Skyfu in the grey, black and yellow Bentley. Did very well last time out, as well as I think he did very well at Imola as well, as he clips that sausage curb there, which shouldn't really help him, or isn't going to help him, but luckily it's going to be doable this evening. But who knows what's going to happen. But looking at the times then, EW's gone fastest now with a 142.060, so that's going to be very interesting to see what that's going to happen. Are they playing the team game at Porsche this evening? Are they trying to think, well, if we can get two cars between Lemos and James, or a car between us and Lemos, trying to work together, you never know. It could be exactly how it is, but it is what it is at the moment, guys. But hopefully my voice doesn't disappear tonight, because my voice disappeared after Mazzano last time out, which I didn't do driver interviews because, you know, I felt like my voice didn't hold up for a bit. It's called keeping hydrated during during commentating, but sometimes it's very difficult to keep hydrated, especially when, you know, there's so much going on. But as I say, some quite 13 drivers. It's going to be quite an easy grid. There might be a few more coming on very soon, but 19 minutes left, and JMR needs to push on. Lemos still goes back top of the tree then, 142.006 of a second, so he's there again. He's trying to push on, trying to get two cars between him and JMR. It is probably a team game. It is probably down to the Porsche playing literally how it should be, but who knows what's going to happen. But just double checking I'm still heard on stream. But yes, it is around 18 minutes then until we get ready for the final qualifying session of the season underway. But we'll soon find out what will happen. I think round here previously there was some interesting talking points around here. First time we raced here, the server crashed. 45 minutes on the clock left to run, and the server crashed just about this point. I remember the race quite well because Luke had crashed. That's Luke Barnard, who used to be part of the Thursday Night Racing League community. Excuse me. He crashed on the formation lap and somehow didn't damage his Mercedes as much as he thought he would have done, but he came back very strong from that, and then unfortunately then the server crashed. Hopefully we don't get that tonight, because if we do get that tonight, it's probably going to be a bit of a weird one to take, because, you know, as Lemos goes a 141.865 now, so Lemos he's looking very racy indeed. But we'll soon figure out what's going to happen. But yeah, so, you know, when it did crash, we had to push on a bit. But there is going to be probably quite a bit of not a bit of issues, but hopefully we don't get the server issues, because the guys will be pretty annoyed if they were. But Sky Pete in the McLaren, so he's in the McLaren for tonight. By the looks of it, he's not now in the Nissan GTR that I thought he was going to go in, but he's now currently thereabouts then. And of course we've got Yuri. Yuri's missed a few rounds this season, but he's back this evening. He's going to be back for season 7, so it's good to see the likeable Dutchman back racing. But yeah, there's quite a few few cars between him and, well, Lemos has now got 2 cars between him and JMR. JMR needs to literally push on tonight. He can't afford any silly mistakes. If he does, it could be championship game over. You know, JMR needs to push up to Lemos. Lemos needs to have probably a bit of a poor run tonight, but I don't think he will. I think the Porsches are looking very strong. They've looked strong all season, but there has been a few rounds where things have probably not gone their way. But Joe Rick Jr. them in the McLaren, the Balf Motorsport McLaren, he is currently 5th, which is quite a good effort for him. But as I say, there's 13 drivers on the grid tonight. It seems there's going to be, if there's 13, that's good. We should be expecting 2 more though, but whether we do or not is another thing. But it could be all to play for this evening. You never know, some of these guys that are being fast, the likes of Steve, Joe Rick Jr., Chris Allen, Skyfu, Yuri, could put a dent in the likes of Lemos and of course JMR's championship stride. But it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to go on. But at the moment, the way things are, it's looking likely Lemos could be leading the way for qualifying. But trying to go a bit quicker, I think he's going to try and think, what have I got to do to stop the likes of JMR pushing on. But JMR needs to get some setup into pick his brain to get a setup. But it's the flying the flag for Ferrari at the moment, so could be very interesting to see what's going to happen there. But you know, people might say to me, Hoppers, do you fancy racing? No, I don't. I don't fancy racing at all. If I raced, I probably wouldn't always. Hells gets it a bit wrong there. I don't fancy racing at all. I get my strategy wrong. I'd get my setup wrong as well. So, you know, there's a lot of things that you've got to do within this Thursday Night Racing League. But these guys won't give me any secrets away. They won't give me any idea what setup and what strategic you know, they're going to do. But you can see what's going to happen. As JMR says, the Porsche is overpowered, mate. You've got to push on. You've got to push on. They are beating you at the moment in free practice. But how are you, mate? How are you? Don't worry, I'm rooting for you, mate. I'm rooting for you. As EW gets a bit crossed up there. Oh, crossed up, and then it went one way and it went another. Tried to correct it. Tried to go in pit lane, but I think he actually tried to go in pit lane, and then it smashed him into the tyre barrier. But still got 12 minutes and 39 seconds left. Free practice. But looking at exactly what's going on at the moment. Lemos is there, EW second, Steve currently of course in third, JMR fourth. JMR needs to push on. You need them Porsches in front of you, mate, to not be in front of you for qualifying. That's what you need. You need them further back. But we'll see what happens. We've got of course Skyfu fifth, Yuri currently sixth then, as well as Joe Rick Jr. in, of course, 7th at the moment, Chris Allen 8th, DC Joe in 9th at the moment. This is free practice times at the moment. But we'll see exactly what's going to happen. So you've got Hells, of course, and then of course BRNTZ 19, and then of course Future Revenge, and then of course Sly Pete in 13th at the moment. But could be very interesting night of racing. As I say, 11 minutes to go in, of course, free practice at the moment. Still got 10 minutes of qualifying to do, and then an hour and 15 minutes of racing. Doesn't feel that long tonight at all, but who knows what's going to happen. But could be very interesting indeed. But who knows what's going to happen for the Thursday Night Racing League season finale of season 6 as Lemos goes into pit lane. Got to be careful, he's got to get that pit lane speed down as well, but could be very interesting to see what will happen. But JMR is out on track at the moment. He's very worried about these Porsches at the moment. I wouldn't be worried, I'd be trying to plan a mindset at the moment. But knowing what it's going to be like, you never know. Right, I'm going to nip to the loo, and then hopefully time will be running down, ready for qualifying. I will be back in a moment or two, ladies and gents. I do apologise about that, everyone. But yes, it is going to be very close tonight for Championship Decider. It is going to be very close, I think. You know, JMR's probably worried about them pesky Porsches, I'm going to call them, tonight, because they are stopping him from getting higher up the grid at the moment. Obviously, well, up the order in, of course, free practice at the moment. But it's going to be all down to play for if he can. As I say, with 13 drivers tonight, it's going to be a good, hopefully a good night of racing. But we do have quite some quite some. I can't remember what I was going to say. I've lost my words now. I do apologise for that as well. My wording isn't brilliant sometimes. But we'll soon find out what's going to happen with the likes of JMR. Is he going to try and get the closer to the Porsche? He's got 8 minutes left of free practice though, which it seems that you know, Chris Allen currently here in the green Ferrari. He was originally started in a Mercedes AMG, but he's now gone back to the trusty Ferrari. So hopefully he is going to be thereabouts. So, you know, who knows what's going to happen. But as I say, we've got it's going to be close as you like. Just put the settings back onto the correct frame rate for the stream. I don't know why I'm going like that to my phone, but but yeah, there's it's going to be very close then. The ZW now goes fastest then, because Lemos is in pit lane at the moment. He's gone a 141.745, so the Porsches are thereabouts. It seems there's going to be a lot of interest to see what's going to happen for 10 minutes. We do have just under 6 minutes hopefully remaining very soon for free practice. Then we get into, of course, qualifying, then an hour and 15 minutes of racing. Seems quite a long night of racing. These guys are probably sat on here for a whole hour. ZW drifts it. He likes to drift that Porsche. He gets a bit sideways. He's got a bit sideways a few times this season. Some of it's cost him, some of it hasn't, but it all depends, you know. He clipped the sausage curb at Laguna Seca, and that's spanning round. I remember he did. I think he did a drift at Silverstone and held it, which seemed to impress the crowd at Silverstone, if I remember rightly. But nevertheless, you know, it's going to be a Porsche 123 at the moment. It could be a Porsche 123 in qualifying as well as the race. We never know. We could soon figure it out. But JMR needs to push on. He needs 19. It's 19 points difference between him and Lemos. He needs to get them points. He needs to. Really could do with Lemos having a bit of a disaster tonight, but I don't know. It's going to be hard to tell as EW clips that curb. Now gone into pit lane, so that lap's now abandoned. But we'll soon figure out what is going on. Yuri's still out there in that Lamborghini. But who knows what's going to happen. 5 minutes then. So 5 minutes remain of free practice. But if you are watching the stream, hello guys, this is me. Well, when I say this is me, this is Hoppers, the legendary commentator for Thursday Night Racing League. I have been commentating for Thursday Night Racing League on and off for a good number of seasons now, but it's good to be back. I think I've been in the commentary box full time this season, so I'm back for full time in season 7, so unless I'm away, but or work commitments, but I should be in the commentary box full time for season 7, and hopefully it should be a good season for season 7 next time at the end of the month. We've still got the final round of season 6 to go, which is tonight. But obviously I'm the voice and of course now the face of Thursday Night Racing League commentary. We could be having dual commentary next season. The likes of myself and Stefano Marchetto, if he's around, could be doing a dual commentary session for one of the races. If he is around, then it'd be great, but if not, then you'll have the of course me doing my side of the commentary. But you never know, we could be getting the legendary, the mighty Italian Stefano Marchetto in the commentary box. You never know. You may have heard him previously with driver interviews. He is an absolute legend of a racer. It's a shame he's not on the grid tonight. It would have been nice to round up his PlayStation 4 campaign, probably with a win, you never know, but nevertheless he is going on to pastures new at the end of season 6, so it's going to be great to see what's happened for this evening. We've got around 3 minutes then, so 3 minutes before qualifying does start. It's slowly but surely now running down the clock for free practice, but nevertheless we'll soon find out what is going to happen here. But anything can happen. We've got Skyfu, of course. Not too sure where GLGD Sport is at the moment. Will they be making it on the grid this evening? It all depends, but as I say, 13 drivers at the moment. It's probably a bit sort of a big number for tonight. It's not too bad. It could have been 19 drivers, but we do have of course 13, so unlucky 13, but hopefully we don't get any unluckiness tonight. It's going to be great as Lemos goes back fastest with a 141.610, so JMR at the moment, James is really struggling against the mighty of the Porsches at the moment, and pesky Porsches are getting in his way. I'll tell you what, he doesn't want this. If he wants to go back to back, he you know, it's between him and Lemos last season for season 5 title, but it's the same again for this season. But seems that the pesky Porsches are trying, as Lemos goes a bit off there. Oh, he doesn't want to be doing that. He can't afford to be doing that in the race either, because that is what will dent his potentially could be dent his championship campaign if he's not careful. But we'll soon find out. But got a minute and a half then till we get free practice then over and done with, the final free practice session of this season. It's been enthralling, I must admit, but as I say, yeah, I do apologise. I put myself on mute. Why did I put myself on mute? What a donut. As I was saying before I put myself on mute, it has been quite a good season. So, you know, it's been... Some of the rounds have been a bit weird. Well, not weird, but have been a bit... Drivers have been having a bit of issues there and then, but, you know, we finally got to the season finale of Season 6, so... It's going to be a very close battle of racing. As I say, we've got, of course, qualifying coming up in around 26 seconds. So strap yourselves in for a night of racing. It is going to be 10 minutes of qualifying. Just as we get the timer running down for free practice, as I flick to, as the timer has run out for free practice now. We are getting ready to cross over for qualifying, so the server will be set for qualifying. Looks like Lemos is obviously top of the tree then, with the Porsches, the pesky Porsches now stopping JMR's run to try and get top of the tree. And I believe we've got DC Joe at the moment trying to push on. I think clear track as well. So that'll be interesting to see what is going to happen, what he's going to do in the 76. Of course, Ferrari, so you know there's quite a few cars out there. So we do have, of course, ready for qualifying. So the timer has, pit lane is open then. Let's see what's going to happen in, of course, a couple of minutes or so, ready for the all-inclusive final qualifying session of the season. There's going to be a few cars. JMR's gone out, Jury's gone out, DC Joe's gone out, EW's out there. There's quite a few cars that have gone out. The likes of Lemos is now going out. We've got Joe Rick Jr. going out on track as well. So it's going to be a busy. It's going to be a bit of a. I'm not going to say hectic, it's going to be a bit of a hectic qualifying session, that's what I meant to say. Yeah, it's going to be a hectic qualifying session. You got Sly Pete, Future Revenge, Steve, Skyfoo's gone up pit lane, Yu's out there, Hells is in pit lane. So there's quite a few people that probably are going to sit in pit lane, but it all depends, but you know, maybe to get a couple of laps. So they're on the out, some of them are on the out laps. It could be, well, most of them on the outlap. I think the likes of Future Revenge, BR, NTZ19 was in pit lane, Hells is in pit lane, Steve's in pit lane, and Future Revenge. It's not a problem, but you know, got 8.5 minutes to go in qualifying and the final qualifying session of season 6. But Sly Pete's now gone. Excuse me. Has gone out of pit lane, probably trying to go say, well, you know, maybe I need to make the most of this. Just looking at certain cars that are on track then. Got the likes of course, Chris Allen at the moment, aka Silver Beard. But he is thereabouts. We could see how close he's going to get tonight. You know, he's done very well this season. There is a car off at I think that was actually DC Joe. He's had a bit of an issue there. A slight damage in that Ferrari, going to hamper his qualifying them. So I think he's in pit lane now. Well, was going to repair that Ferrari, but I think the crew have decided patch it up and go again. But Lemos then, he needs a bit of clear air, I think, just to push on. I think he knows for a fact the likes of JMR and of course EW are going to try and chase each other for getting the toe off each other, as EW there currently pushing on. So it could be a very interesting qualifying session for the Porsches at the moment. We're just under 7 minutes to go here at Kyalami for the final round of season 6. As I say, it's been an enthralling season. It has been quite unreal. As we get close to the end of a fantastic excuse me, fantastic season of TNRL Thursday Night Racing League seasons. You know, is it going to be close next season? Because as we say, we probably, when we visit the likes of Monza, Zolder, Paul Ricard, we're back there. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens as EW goes a 141.667. JMR's only 0.903 of a second behind, so it's going to be very interesting. Yuri up into third then in that Lamborghini, the Lamborghini Huracan. It's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen. Good evening, Hells, how are you? Sacro Motorsports, so that's a good name for a YouTube channel. How are you, mate? But it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen. I believe, just looking at the time zone, Lemos actually now goes top of the tree. Just while I was looking at the comments on stream, Lemos is currently at 141.622 of a second, and he is 0.045 of a second from EW at the moment, so the Porsche's a 1-2 on the grid at the moment. JMR needs to get back faster and probably push on. That 55 Ferrari needs to be maybe. That's alright, mate, I understand that one. Don't panic about that, mate. I understand that. Fair play, you don't want to get in the way because you don't want to get in the way of the championship leaders, mate. Fair play to you, I understand that one. You know, if that was me and I was, you know, new to racing, then I'd probably do the same. It's not an issue. It doesn't really bother us, you know. It's whatever you feel comfortable with, mate. So JMR then coming through the final turn. What's he gonna do this time? Because he's saying the Porsches are very overpowered, so they're OP, but EW then goes back top of the tree. It's only 0.135 a second between the top two Porsches, so between EW and Lemos. They're swapping places like hand over fist at the moment. Lemos goes top of the tree. This is absolute enthralling straight away. Yeah, no worries, mate. I get that. I get that, Paul. It's your first race with TNRL before Season 7 starts. Fair enough, mate. I get that. It's no problem at all, buddy. But, so Lemos then from EW, then JMR. James needs to literally push now to see what's going to happen. It's going to be all or nothing for him. Yuri currently fourth. The both Yuri and JMR teammates, they are obviously in different cars, but JMR is obviously in the Ferrari and Yuri in the Lamborghini Huracan. Number 55 versus 5, but they are teammates, so they're third and fourth on the grid at the moment. That's probably exactly a right thing to do with 3 minutes 20 left on the clock. Skyfu currently 5th, Yorick Jr. and of course Lemos is still there. Yeah, Lemos is still on provisional pole position. Yorick Jr. in 6th, Chris Holland 7th, DC Joe, and of course 8th. Sly Pete in 9th, and Future Revenge Steve BR and TZ19, and of course Hells have yet to set a lap, but I believe Hells is just going to sit out qualifying. Doesn't want to get in the way of championship leaders, which is fair enough. You know, it's not a problem if people want to sit out qualifying. It's probably, you know, sensible. You know, I don't mind what people do. You know, as Lemos is in pit lane, probably going to get a splash and dash with fuel and a better setup, but JMR still third at the moment. It's going to be very close to see what's going to happen. 2 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock though. If you can just see above my head, there is obviously the time. I would have the camera pointing down where the track map is, but then you won't outsee the map. But it's going to be very close then. What is James going to do then? He needs to push on this evening. He literally needs to go on board with James then. Just while we get ready for just under 2 minutes of qualifying for the final round of the championship. See how beautiful it is here in South Africa for the season finale. It's going to be weird when we come back here for one of the rounds in, of course, season 7, where it will be rainy. But who knows what's going to happen. JMR literally going through the back end of the circuit now with a minute and a half to go. Let's see what he's going to do. Is he staying out? Yes, he will. Let's see what's going to do. Doesn't tell us what his predicted lap time though. Is he going to get onto provisional pole position now? Let's have a look. Goes, still stays third, which is a bit unfortunate for him, but it should be okay. He's got a minute left. He could be easily try and push on as EW goes off there, so he's still second. So it looks like we've got a few cars that are still out on track at the moment. Lemos, championship leader, he probably is going to win. Probably feels like he's going to win the championship at the moment, but he needs to really try and push away from JMR at the moment. But JMR currently still thereabouts. I think Yuri and of course JMR need to work together and play the team game. But Lemos comes through the final turn then. What does he do with 30 seconds left? He goes a still at 41.334. So it's going to be very close to see what he's going to do. Yuri's still there, you know, still fourth at the moment in that Lamborghini. But we'll see what happens. He's got a good qualifying session as Yuri. He did quite well at Bathurst a few seasons ago. Actually got on the podium at Bathurst, if I remember rightly. Did Yuri. Qualifying now has finished then for the final race of the season. It's very interesting to see what's going to happen. Sly Pete in 9th then, so good debut for Sly Pete in the 777 McLaren 720S, but Lemos is there. I think he's actually on an out lap, is he? Yes, he is. He's actually on an out lap, so it's going to be very careful to see what's going to happen there. But who knows, as Yuri crosses the line then. Yuri stays fourth in the Lamborghini, so a bit of flames coming out of that exhaust of the Lamborghini Huracan there. But so we've got Lemos then, top of the tree at the moment for qualifying, and of course I believe it was also free practice top of the tree as well. Yes, it was. So we'll see how well he's going to go this evening. But he's going to cross the line then. Let's see what happens. We've got I think it's only Lemos that was there. Yes, it was. So fair play to Lemos and the other guys. But we'll go through the grid very shortly when the guys line up for the final time for season 6. But you know, it's going to be very interesting then for the race. Yeah, just making sure I'm still heard on stream, because you know it is what it is. But we've got Lemos then. So before we get ready for the hour and 15-minute race, we'll go through the grid then. So it's Lemos on pole position then, followed by EW in a second. Then we've got JMR. You can't see them unfortunately, because we could actually technically try and do it as best as we can, but hopefully before we get the green. Oh, we can't do it now. Silly me. But we've got, of course, yeah. So we've got Lemos followed by EW. Then we've got JMR versus Yuri, both teammates. Then we've got, of course, Joe Rick Jr. and of course Skyfoot. Then of course DC Joe, I believe, and Chris Allen alongside each other. Then of course it is Sly Pete, I believe. I'm just gonna see if I can try and get a better angle with the grid. No, I can't, but I can try and get the roughly thereabouts. But we'll go on board with JMR during the formation lap. Just trying to remember the cars, but I'm sure we'll get involved in this. But it is going to be very quick to see what is going to happen for the hour and 15-minute race. So we've got a minute to go until we get the formation lap, the final formation lap of the season as well. If you are new to TNRL, Thursday Night Racing League, they do have a mandatory pit stop, whether it's for fuel or tyres, and of course a formation lap in both sprint races and of course endurance races. They go round and then obviously grid up side by side, ideally before the final turn, and then it's a rolling start. But hopefully tonight sees a bit of a action packed. The wind seems to be a bit of a breeze at the moment, but yeah, so it will be Sly Pete and then Future Revenge, followed by Steve, and then of course the South African, I can't remember exactly his name, but then we've got of course Hells at the back of the grid. So we are getting ready then for the final formation lap of the season. This green flag lap is underway, so we're on board with JMR at the moment, just while he gets off the line. But hopefully he's going to try and stop the rot of these Porsches getting away, the overpowered Porsches as we say. But he's got his teammate Yuri alongside him, so anything can happen in this race. Let's see what will happen, but you never know what's going to happen between these guys at the moment. It seems that like Yuri and JMR pushing on, but just getting ready for the formation lap then, as all the cars, excuse me, all the cars are pushing on. So we've got Skyfu followed by Yurick Jr., Chris Allen, and then of course TC Joe there. So we can just about see with that graphic there on the left hand side, JMR probably putting his brakes on a bit, just trying to get temperature into them brakes as well as the tyres before we get ready for racing. But these guys know what they're doing. It just seems that it's going to be it's not going to be a long formation lap, but got a Porsche 1-2 followed by Ferrari versus Lamborghini, then of course Bentley versus McLaren, Ferrari, and then I believe it's going to be the rest of the grid. But just looking at what's happening here, but you could easily see what's going through Lemos's mind at the moment. I think he's trying to think, well, yep, this is exactly what it is here, going into what is the final round of the championship here at Kyalami for season 6. The guys are just going to have to now steady on, getting ready for the start. It could be very interesting to see what's going to happen. You know, we've not had anyone start from the pit lane this time round, so green flags waving for furiously by the marshals around the circuit, as that helicopter there is mine. I hope no one tries to take off in it. Obviously it might be, as I say, it is mine because I'm trying to get the helicam up this evening. Probably will get it for go on board with JMR as we get ready for the race start. Let's go heading towards the final couple of corners now of the Kyalami circuit. It's the penultimate corner. You can just hear that Ferrari backfiring a bit, but we'll go on board with him, go on board with JMR for the time being, then we'll throw the helicam up in a minute. Everyone seems to be in grid order, so it's going to be a very tense hour and 15-minute race. We are getting ready to go then, so we are ready to go, and it is lights out and away we go. Who's going to get the jump into turn number 1? It looks at the moment Lemos is there, followed by 3 wide straight away, 3 wide between Skyfu, Yuri, and of course JMR. JMR almost was in a sandwich, but seems there's going to be a lot, hopefully not a lot of contact, but seems everyone's got away safely there. Hells is currently making his way up between the likes of Sly Pete and of course DC Joe at the moment, with Future Revenge at the tail of the field then. But Lemos with a fantastic start, as the time screen wants to throw a bit of a wobbler, but that'll come back natural very soon, as JMR currently under threat from Skyfu. We're on board with Skyfu. Looking at the helmet cam, trying to chase down that Ferrari. He's actually already thinking, yep, this is what I've got to do. Got past one car, got to now get past the other lot here, but we'll see what's going on further back in a minute. I'll just throw that helicam back up because then it makes it a bit more easier for me. But the likes of Chris Allen is there, and then Jarrett Jr. He's actually dropped down a bit. I think that's actually Hells that's actually got in front of the yes, he has. He's got in front of Sly Pete and Jarrett Jr. followed by Steve, and then of course BRNTZ19, followed by them Future Revenge, and of course DC Joe about to tick off the first lap. Then is Lemos. Lemos is currently championship leader. He's leading the race then, pushing on for quite a bit. Then EW, then JMR. JMR's got to push on. Yuri has got past Skyfu then by the looks of it. Try and say, yep, the Bentley needs to be long gone, but Chris Allen in 6th then with of course Hells. Seems that the McLaren of BRNTZ19 is now 13th, unfortunately, but pit lane is now open. It's a bit of a busy track at the moment, but Skyfu is currently there. Chris Allen getting chased by, of course, Hells at the moment. Hells seems to be holding on, but there is a battle brewing further back. I'll try and see what's happening further back in a minute, because the likes of Sly Pete and Steve and of course Jarrett Jr. 3 cars almost there, but Sly Pete trying to get past Steve, should I say, but Steve is currently trying to chase after Jarrett Jr.'s Balfour Motorsport McLaren. Seems like he's going to try and he started from the tail of the field, but he's trying to work his way back up as JMR's still there, but Skyfu's still of course 5th at the moment. Chris Allen 6th. Hell's still there trying to chase after Chris Allen, but Steve currently trying to get past Jarrett Jr. But as you can see, Steve currently trying to still take 8th place as Hells tries to get past Chris Allen for what could be 6th place at the moment. It seems there's quite a few battles and it's going to be quite close as you like, but as Hells jumps across them curbs there at the moment, he's got to try and push on, try to get past Chris Allen to tick off another lap though for the last round of season 6 here at Kyalami for Thursday Night Racing League, as Hells tries to get the move done on Chris Allen. It's not the easiest track to overtake around here is Kyalami, but some of the guys probably will push on, because Chris Allen is actually trying to defend like mad from that McLaren. He's got roughly 2 McLarens behind him, but could be very close to see what's going to happen, as Hells is trying to catch him up. We'll go on board with the McLaren if we can. So we're on board with Hells' McLaren at the moment, trying to chase after Chris Allen's Ferrari at the moment. It seems that the green machine, the green 28 Ferrari's thereabouts, but he's going to try and get away from Hells as best as he can, but Hells is catching him with great speed and knots. We've got Jarrett Jr. and Steve having a bit of a battle as well. Quite a few cars trying to go nose to tail at the moment. We'll go back to this battle between Hells and of course Chris Allen at the moment. Hells trying to push on, but he is there about as Steve currently trying to get past Jarrett Jr. Beg your pardon, for what could be 8th place. You've got DC Joe's 13th, so there's been a bit of a lowly race there for him at the moment, but you can just see what's going on, see what's happening further ahead with the likes of Lemos. But Lemos still leading the race then, still probably leading the race and still leading the championship. Bad news for JMR at the moment, needs to get 19 points more. They're trying to get 19 points to go back to back, but it seems there's going to be a lot of interest this time. But we've got battles between the McLarens at the moment. The McLarens are trying to one's trying to defend from a Porsche and one's trying to get past a Ferrari. It shows how much it's getting close with, of course, now 1 hour and 9 minutes left on the clock. So it seems that, you know, Hell's started from the back of the grid. He's now already up into, of course, 7th place. He probably had a good jump at the rolling start, so he's trying to get past Chris Allen there as Steve has got past Joe Rick Jr. But Joe Rick Jr. trying to fight back against that Porsche, the 789 Porsche, the third of the Porsches this evening. But anything can happen in this race. It's still a long way to go. But not even at halfway stage at the moment. It seems to be a lot of interest moments. But Chris Allen then currently still in 6th place at the moment. Not many battle. It's still a bit of a battle, but the spread out now as JMR trying to push up to EW at the moment. It seems that Chris Allen, he's currently under threat from the Porsche, well, the McLaren, and then of course the Porsche, and then the other McLaren. Let's see what's happening further back. But we've got the likes of BRNTZ currently still 12th, DC Joe in of course 13th. But it seems there's going to be quite an interesting battle brewing very soon as a car actually gone off. Who is that? It is the newcomer BRNTZ. No idea what's happened there. He's obviously probably dropped it on the dirt now, 13th unfortunately. But Chris Allen are trying to get away from this train of cars. He's got to be careful. What else is currently there trying to still chase him down. It seems there's a lot of action packed here, but JMR still in 3rd. Then we'll try and see what's happening with the championship leaders very soon. But Chris Allen currently trying to push away from these guys like Steve, and of course Hells is trying to hold on for dear life. You know, it's that fast Porsche is thereabouts. The overpowered Porsche is still thereabouts in, of course, now 8th place. But we'll soon figure out what's going to happen. Is he going to try and push up to Hells at the moment? But Chris Allen trying to push away from these guys. He knows what he's got to do. But, you know, still 1 hour and 7 minutes to go in this race. Still a long way to go. But, you know, Steve's trying to push on as best as he can. Is he going to be able to do this? It could be all or nothing between the likes of Steve and, of course, Hells at the moment. Hells trying to push on. But it could be all or nothing. Let's have a look what's happening further back. But you know, Joe Rick Jr. trying to actually join in this battle as well. Could be 4 cars for potentially 6th place at any time soon. But I'll tell you what, it is all or nothing at the moment between these guys. But let's see what's happening between the race leader. Lemos is still there then. He's a 1.408 of a gap between him and EW. JMR having a bit of a trying to catch up as best as he can, but he's not anywhere near at the moment, which is a bit unfortunate. But you've got the likes of Hells and Steve still having that battle. Steve trying to catch up to 22 McLaren. Is Joe Rick Jr. spun out of contention there. He's lost now ground. Sly Pete now gets past him, and of course Future Revenge. Poor Joe Rick Jr. there dropping a bit down. I'd probably clipped the curb and spun round. Well, that's a bit unfortunate. Could have been a very interesting battle between him and of course Steve and of course Hells. But soon find out what's going on between these two. Hells holding off Steve, and at the moment Steve's trying to push on. You know, it seems that the Porsches and the McLaren are having a bit of a fight trying to catch up to Chris Allen. But Chris Allen tries to push on as Hells spits a bit of flames out of the back of that McLaren at the moment. But Steve is there trying to push on, but is he going to push on past the McLaren? It's yet to be seen. Seeing what's happening between the likes of Sly Pete, Future Revenge, and of course Joe Rick Jr. But anything can happen. Still an hour and 5 minutes, just under an hour and 5 minutes to go in this race. But seems to be a lot of drivers pushing on. But Hells is currently still 7th then, trying to push up to Chris Allen. But you know, Still a long way to go as Hells tries to make a move into the final turn. Oh no, he spun! He cracked under pressure. That's now allowed Steve to get alongside, hopefully, Chris Allen for what could be 6th place. Oh, there's... Chris Allen's gone to space somehow. Looks like Chris Allen's gone to space. That's a bit unfortunate there. That is a bit unfortunate for Chris Allen then. No idea what's going on there. But that's dropped him down out of contention. And I think he's had a bit of an issue there. That's a bit unfortunate for of course, Chris Allen then. So his first retirement for the evening then for Thursday Night Racing League. I don't know what's happened there, but that looked like he had a bit of an issue. It looked like the car was just stuck hovering over the track. But down to 12 drivers then for this evening. But seemed to be a bit of a weird one there for Chris Allen then. But hopefully he's back next season. But he's now going to be a couple of laps down if he did rejoin. But Lemos then from EW, then followed by Jeremiah Jury, currently still there, with the likes of Skyfu in 6th, Hells in 7th. Got a couple of cars right behind him now. He's probably thinking, you know, now that Chris Allen's now retired, I've got a train of cars behind me. So Sly Pete, DC Joe, Future Revenge, Joe Jr., BRN TZ19 as well. But this is still a long way to go. We've still got an hour and 2 minutes to go. It's still not even at halfway stage yet. But I'll tell you what, this is going to be insane. Steve's probably thinking, I've got to now catch up to Skyfu, but Hells is trying to push on DC Joe. Literally trying to get past Sly Pete. I can't see many battles at the moment, but this is probably one of the main battles, DC Joe versus Sly Pete at the moment. I think the guys at the tail of the field as Joe Jr. goes off again. Struggling with that McLaren a bit around here, I think, but still pushing on. But as Chris Allen now rejoins, he's 2 laps down though. He's gonna have to try and push on quite a bit. Is he there though? But it's another thing we're yet to see in this race. Yes, he is here. He's probably thinking, oh, what am I going to do? Because he's 2 laps down. But he's got to be careful. It's the likes of these guys in front as Future Avengers. Yeah, it seems the cameras have just thrown a bit of a wobbler at us at the moment. But hopefully Future Avenger goes wide into the gravel. Does not want to be doing that. He's lost a heck of a lot of ground now. Almost takes out Jarrett Jr. in the process, but it's going to be very interesting to see what happens as Chris Allen is currently still in pit lane. Whether he's going to come out, he's around 3 laps down now, which is a bit unfortunate for him. But Lemos still leads the way then from, of course, EW. Gonna try and see what goes on early on in this race. Then JMR still in 3rd place at the moment. It's not looking a good night for reigning champion at the moment. But who knows what's going to happen with the likes of Yuri still 4th, Skyfu 5th, with Steve in, of course, 6th, Hells 7th, DC Joe, and then of course Sly Pete 8th and 9th, followed by BR NTZ, and of course 10th, Yuri Jr., and of course Future Revenge 12th. Chris Allen's still 13th at the moment. Whether he's going to come out of pit lane is another thing. I don't really know how he's going to do that, because he's got an hour to go, but might be able to unlap himself. But the car's still in pit lane at the moment. Whether it's had a bit of damage, it's yet to be seen. But I tell you what, it's going to be very close with the likes of BRNTZ trying to push up to, of course, Sly Pete at the moment. It could be just with an hour to go then, an hour to go in this race, in the final round of Season 6 of the Thursday Night Racing League PlayStation 4 lobby from Kyalami. But I'll tell you what, It's going to be another move for the McLaren here. Is he going to dive bomb into this turn? He gets past Sly Pete with precision. Sly Pete says, not on your life, sunshine, I'm going to chase you down. But no, Sly Pete ends up dropping down to 10th place at the moment. It seems that, you know, this could be a very enthralling battle between the two McLaren 720Ss. But yes, it is looking likely we could be having a bit of battle from the back of the pack at the moment. But we'll soon find out. Chris Allen has actually made it back out onto track. 4 laps down though. He's not going to be liking that, being 4 laps down after what was a promising run to start with. But looks like at first it could have looked like a bit of technical issues, but he's back now on in the race, but 4 laps down. Well, who knows what will happen. Let's see what's happening between the likes of EW and Lemos there. 1.7 of a second from each other. JMR still in 3rd place at the moment. Yuri is there in, of course, 4th. Skyfu currently 5th, and Steve 6th, Hells 7th, DC Joe 8th, NTZ in, of course, 9th with, of course, Sly Pete currently still 10th. Got a bit of a gap between him and now BR and NTZ 19. Future Revenge trying to push on Joe Jr. in, of course, 12th, followed by Chris Allen, who's 4 laps down. But I tell you what, the DC Joe's under a threat from, of course, the numbered 9 team McLaren 720S. But yes, he's going to be very close to see what's going to happen. I think DC Joe's Ferrari's still a bit battle scarred at the moment, but could be very interesting. It could be very interesting to see what happens between the pair of them going into, of course, for the rest of the race. But who knows what's going to happen here. I'm just trying to pick up a bit of the pace, because yes, we've had a bit. Oh, DC Joe's spun again. That's not good. He's oh, it's a bit. Oh, got to be careful there, because almost took out Sly Pete there. Sly Pete was almost caught off guard as Jarrett Jr. actually went off in the background. But we've got 57 minutes left of this race then. Still 57 minutes to go. It's still a long way to go. But who knows what's going to happen. Lemos still leading then, followed by EW. Jermar still 3rd. Jermar needs to push on. Jerry still 4th then, with Skyfu 5th. Steve 6th. Could be a very enthralling end to this campaign. But I tell you what, it seems that, of course, poor old Chris Allen, with around 3 laps down, he's probably not going to be liking that. He was looking promising tonight, was Chris, but who knows what's going to happen. Hells currently in 7th, then BR NTZ currently 8th, then Sly Pete with Future Revenge trying to chase him down. There seems to be a lot of action packed at the moment. It's thereabouts. But Future Revenge currently. Future Revenge trying to chase after Sly Pete at the moment. But we'll soon find out what is going to happen here. But Future Revenge trying to push on them. Trying to push up to Sly Pete, but Sly Pete's got to be careful, because that Bentley is looking very racy indeed at the moment. But soon figure out what is happening. Chris Allen's still 4 laps down at the moment. DC Joe back into the race. But we'll soon find out what Jarrett Jr. is going to do. But looks like Future Revenge and Sly Pete almost coming together here. Oh, Sly Pete clips that curb, which fires him up and nearly fires him into, of course, the back of Future Revenge. But then it's also allowed Jarrett Jr. now to catch onto the back, as Jarrett Jr. now into, of course, 10th place, trying to chase after Future Avenger's Bentley Continental GT. And then, of course, DC Joe still there out on track. EW still currently chasing after Lemos. Lemos looks like he's having a bit... Is Lemos having a bit of a problem? Because he's 1.9 of a second behind in front of EW at the moment. And he said Lemos is in front of Lemos then. You know, you can't write this script, can you, at the moment? Maybe I need one for next season. But you've got, of course, Jeremiah trying to push on. He's 7.8 of a second between him and EW, and of course Lemos at the moment. Not looking good to go back to back for Jeremiah at the moment, but we need a miracle somehow. But Yuri's still 4th, then Skyfu 5th, Steve currently 6th, Hell's currently there in 7th with Home Hero BR NTZ currently trying to chase after, of course, Hells at the moment. They've got Future Revenge Jarrett Jr. trying to push on as Future Revenge gets a bit slow out of the final corners. Jarrett Jr. in that Balfour Motorsport McLaren trying to chase after that Bentley. We're on board with Jarrett Jr. then. This could be very close with around 53 minutes to go in this race. Anything can happen at the moment as Future Revenge locks up a brake there. He's locked up a brake but closes the door on Jarrett Jr. But Jarrett Jr. trying to get past him as best as he can. It's you got, of course, Sly Pete trying to catch up as well. Sly Pete on his debut trying to catch up with these two here. It could be 3 cars for potentially, what place is that? 9th place at the moment. But I'll tell you what, it could be a very close battle between the likes of Future Revenge, Jarrett Jr. and Sly Pete. Who knows what's going to happen between these 3 cars at the moment. Anything can happen. But, you know, just looking at what's going to happen then. Between Future Revenge trying to push on, where is he? Yes, he's still there. And then, of course, you've got the likes of Sly Pete trying to catch them up. What's happening further up forward? There's Lemos is eking out that advantage from, of course, EW at the moment. But I'll tell you what, Hells and BRNTZ are having a bit of a nice battle as well. Fair play to them. But it's going to be quite close as we get into 52 minutes left of the race. You know, it seems, you know, time is counting down, and Jarrett Jr. trying to catch up to Future Revenge. This could be a very good move if he gets it done into the final corner. Excuse me. But who knows what's going to happen, because Jarrett Jr. currently trying to push up to, of course, Future Revenge with Sly Pete also there. But who knows? It's a very close battle at the moment between these guys. It's also a good battle between the likes of Hells and, of course, NTZ at the moment. It could be very careful to see how that one pans out. Got to feel sorry for Jeremiah at the moment, trying to push on as we get near enough towards not even the halfway mark yet, but slowly getting there. But you can just see how close it's getting between these guys at the moment. Jeremiah still 3rd at the moment then, but you can just see Future Revenge trying to hold off Jarrett Jr. at this moment in time. But I'll tell you what, Jarrett Jr., he is looking very racy tonight in the Balfour Motorsport McLaren. It seems the McLaren seems to be a very good car round here, but who knows what's going to happen. But so far so good between these as Future Revenge gets across on that curb. He's got to be careful that he doesn't get ping for track limits though. Sure he won't, he's not over too much, but we'll soon find out. Let's have a look at what's happening between Hells and BTR and BRNTZ, but it looks like the number 19 McLaren's doing okay at the moment, it seems. But Jarrett Jr. still pushing on, not trying. You know, it's very hard. It's very hard because normally we're watching the battles for the race lead, but it seems the mid pack at the moment, towards the mid pack and the back of the pack, seems to have having a bit of battles galore at the moment. So it makes a change really, but maybe there's a lot of interest going on. But let's see what's going to happen further back. We've got the likes of NTZ, Hells, and of course, oh, it's going to be very close between Joe Jr. and of course Future Revenge at the moment. Joe Jr. trying to think about getting a move done on that Bentley Continental GT. Is he going to be able to do it? Will that allow Sly Pete to catch them up and get past? It all depends. But we've got 49 minutes remaining in the final race of the season. I'll tell you what, it's not much battles galore going on up front, but it's interesting to see what's happening for 12th, 10th and 9th and 10th at the moment. Maybe even 11th if Sly Pete catches up, as Joe Jr. gets a bit crossed up there, but that's allowed Sly Pete to catch him up, that has. But this is where it's going to get very tasty for these guys. As Future Revenge yet again goes on that curb. It's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen, but can't promise as much though. It's going to be very interesting between the McLarens and of course the Chris Allen goes into pit lane 5 laps down, unfortunately. I don't think he's having a good night of racing, to be honest, is Chris Allen, but you never know. We'll hope to see what happens with season 6 as DC Joe, who's 2 laps down, loses control at the final corner, but see Sly Pete trying to catch up to Joe Jr. as well as Joe Jr. trying to catch up to Future Revenge at the moment. It seems all or nothing, and we'll see what's happening between the likes of JMR at the moment. JMR struggling to get back into that rhythm. Maybe the Porsches are having a bit of issues there, or not having issues, but they're trying to escape with around 48 minutes to go in the final race. Then as Joe Jr. put in, of course, Future Revenge under so much considerable amount of pressure. Is this going to be a move, or is Sly Pete going to catch them up? So almost a battle for 9th, 10th and 11th at the moment. This is probably insane. This is probably the closest battle we've got at the moment as well. But you can just see that Future Revenge trying to outdrive that McLaren 720, well, the McLaren 720Ss. But it's not. Is it going to happen? But you know, Joe Jr., fair play to him, trying to push on, trying to get past that Bentley Continental. He's trying to learn, you know, maybe Future Revenge has learnt a few tricks off Stefano Marchetto over the last couple of weeks, because that Bentley is probably Stefano Marchetto's old chassis. But who knows what's going to happen as Joe Jr. trying to still push on and think not in your life sunshine, as Sly Pete got a bit crossed up there. But soon figure out what's going to happen. We are near enough, getting closer towards the 45-minute remaining. Excuse me, the 45-minute mark remaining, but we've got around 46 minutes left, or just under 46 minutes coming very shortly. But it seems that, you know, the race is getting on quite a bit. Chris Allen done his mandatory. He's 4 laps down. If he just joined, his car seemed to struggle, had a bit of an issue, probably had a bit of a misfire, went back into pit lane, and now he's come back down 5 laps down. That's a bit unfortunate for the 28 Ferrari's Future Revenge. Is under attack from the 720S of Joe Jr., who's got the move done. What a stellar move! But Sly Pete's also there. Sly Pete's also trying to push on, but you know, there's a lot to be thereabouts. JMR under pressure, but it looks like at the moment that Sly Pete's trying to get past Future Revenge for 10th place at the moment. Seems the McLarens are trying to hunt down, as we see a lot of quite a lot of interesting moves going on at the moment. Let's see what's going on further up the grid though. Looks like BRNTZ still in 7th, Hell's in 8th, then not many battles. The main battles I see is between the guys for 9th, 10th and 11th at the moment, it seems. But we've got 45 minutes left on the clock then before the season runs down. I tell you what, it is going to be very close, I must admit. But you know, we're not even at halfway stage of the race yet. We've got Steve and of course Skyfu now there having a bit of a battle for 5th and 6th. This could be another close battle. Seems the mid-pack at the moment are having a bit of battles, and towards the tail of the field seems to be having battles. it's quite interesting to find out exactly what's happening. But you can just see the likes of Steve and of course Skyfu at the moment, both driven very well so far in this race. Wonder what's going through JMR's mind at the moment. Could be very interesting as we get into, of course, a lot of things this evening. But you know, looks like JMR could be kissing goodbye to that season trophy at the end of the year. But it all depends. I don't know how many points you get. I need to work it out for next season. But looks like we've got a bit of a just under 44 minutes remaining. Hells is still there, Jarrett Jr. followed by Future Revenge and Slide Pete. Slide Pete's had a bit of an issue, but looks like he's dropped back now. And then of course you've got Chris Allen and DC Joe there having a bit of a torrid time in their Ferraris this evening, as Yuri is still there in fourth, currently fourth as well is Yuri, then JMR, and of course EW, and of course Lemos. At the moment it seems to be a bit of an interesting BRNTZ currently trying to hold off Hells at the moment. Hells could be pushing on for quite some time to try and get past that number 19 720S McLaren. We'll soon find out exactly what's going to happen, but you can just see how close it's going to get between these guys at the moment. But it's going to be all or nothing. Steve trying to catch up to, of course, Skyfu. So there is a battle for 6th, 7th, 8th and 9th, no, 5th and 6th, I beg your pardon. 7th and 8th, I do apologise, that was my mistake. But we'll go on board with, of course, Hells at the moment, trying to chase after the local lad, but the local lad probably gets local knowledge. So we'll see how well it goes, with around 42.5 minutes to go in the final race of Season 6 of Thursday Night Racing League, the PlayStation 4 lobby. If you just joined, guys, welcome in. It's great to have you. But who knows what's going to happen then? You've got the likes of Hells and of course it's going to be great to see what's going to happen between these guys. But yeah, it's going to be close as you like. But as you can see, Hell's trying to... Oh, no, BRNTZs, no. But yeah, it's going to be quick, as Hell's has had a bit of an issue there as well. Maybe there's a bit of contact. But Hells is there, he's holding on. But I'll see exactly what's going to happen, as Hells has to now push on to, as Jarrett Jr. now jumps into pit lane. So that battle between himself, Future Avenger and Slide Pete, it's come to a bit of an abrupt end. But I'm going to quickly nip to the bathroom and I'll be back in a minute. Do apologise about that, ladies and gents. I am back. But yes, it looks like Lemos is still leading the race then. 40 minutes to go in this race. It is, but it seems that we could be really involved in a hefty battle. They've got like Lemos now from EW. JMR, I feel sorry for him. He's got to try everything to get 19 points away from Lemos, but I don't think it's going to be doable. Yuri's still there in 4th, Skyfu 5th, Steve currently still there in 6th, trying to chase him down with around 30, not coming up to 39 minutes to go. This is exactly what we expect. There's a lot of battles between the midfield at the moment. It's not really battles between the race leads at the moment. Joe Jr. now being 11th. Got 39 minutes to go, not even at the halfway stage, halfway very soon though. We will be halfway very shortly. I think it's 37 minutes that we go halfway, but we'll soon find out. But as you can see, Steve's all over the back of Skyfu now. Skyfu literally trying to push away from that other Porsche it seems, but 39 minutes left on the clock. It's quite a bit some time yet, but time's running down very slowly but surely on this championship. It seems to be a lot of things. But what is going to happen between the likes of Steve and of course Skyfu at the moment? Steve going to push on? Is he going to be able to do it? You know, is he going to get a move on Skyfu? The number 11 Bentley holding him up quite nicely at the moment, but it seems that there's going to be quite a lot of battles galore between these guys at the moment. Who knows what's going to happen? But just looking at quite a few cars at the moment. We'll see what's going on with the likes of Lemos still leading the race then from of course EW at the moment. EW is in 2nd, James in of course 3rd at the moment. JMR literally struggling like mad. Track limits for, oh no, no, track limit drive through penalty for EW for track limits. This is now going to hot up this race. This is probably what EW does not want. He's got a drive-through penalty for track limits. That is going to probably allow JMR, if he can, to close the gap up to Lemos. This could be a twist in this race. EW still got to take his mandatory. We're halfway now, actually halfway through the race then. So halfway through the race, it's 30, coming up to 37 minutes remaining of the final race. So EW now has to take a drive-through penalty for track limits. He's got 2 laps remaining before the stewards decide to disqualify him. Let's hope he takes it. It's going to be very interesting to see how close that's going to get Sly Pete into pit lane for his mandatory. Yuri's in as well. This could be a very interesting. This could be a very interesting end to season 6. Who knows what's going to happen? But I'll tell you this: if you have just joined the stream, guys, welcome in. This is going to go down to the wire. Skyfu and of course Steve still battling for 4th and 5th now because Yuri has dived into pit lane. It seems that BRZ, BTR, BRT, NT. I do apologise, butchering everyone's name now. He's currently still in 7th, followed by Hells in 8th. But I tell you what, this is going to open. This could open up a bit of a spanner in the works for maybe, you know, that JMR could easily catch up. But you never know. 36 minutes to go in this race. There's quite a lot. Yuri down in 7th now then. But Yuri won't give in because I tell you what, speaking of drama, not speaking of drama, but speaking of something really interesting, Lemos now into pit lane. Very slow going into pit lane, no? Has the championship leader got a problem? It looked like he had a bit of a problem there, did Lemos? Could this... Oh my god, I feel like something's happening. Could this literally get JMR the championship? Oh, I don't know. I can't work out the points in my head. I need someone who knows TNRL points to tell me what's going on. With around 35 minutes to go, Lemos is there. Drive through is cleared. for EW. He's picked the right moment. Maybe they were double stacking in pit lane between Lemos and EW. I don't know. But EW's got to do. He's got to do his mandatory. It seems a bit weird for EW at the moment. Has he left his I thought he left his hazards on, but no. But Steve currently in second then. Lemos is still in pit lane. No, Lemos has got a problem. Has Lemos got a problem that we don't know? Because he seems to be in 7th at the moment. This could be all or nothing. This is crazy. Skyfu currently, after his pit lane, after his pit stop, I beg your pardon, 4th at the moment, Yuri. This is insane. Lemos is still in pit lane at the moment. I don't believe this. Where is JMR? Coming through the final turn. Lemos has got a problem. No, this can't be happening. Lemos has either got a problem or there's something else. Because he's still in pit lane. He's 2 laps down. He hasn't got a problem. He's 2 excuse me. He's come out of pit lane. I thought he's got a problem, but he's 2 laps down. Is he going to be able to do it? Is he going to be able to get the championship? I can't believe what I've seen. I can't believe what I've seen. Lemos is down in 9th place at the moment. EW now into pit lane to do his mandatory. I don't know whether it counted as his mandatory. I thought he was going to go. Obviously, you know, it was a drive through. It wasn't a stop-go penalty. But he's thereabouts. This is unreal. This is an unreal end. Is Lemos going to be able to unlap himself? He's 2 laps down. He's 2 laps down at the moment. He's down in 10th place. But it's not counted as a mandatory. Is it a glitch? Oh my god, this could be more drama. Yuri currently in 3rd then, against Hells. And of course Skyfu at the moment. Hells has still got to make his mandatory though, so you know, anything can happen. Lemos is, where is Lemos? He's still there. EW now does his mandatory, but JMR jumps into pit lane with 32 minutes left on the clock. It's going to be another twist. It's going to be a twist. Oh my god, I can't believe what I'm seeing. I can't believe what I am seeing here. Lemos has got to unlap himself though, but has he got to do his mandatory again? I don't know. Is it glitched? This is going to be... He's down in 11th at the moment. He's 2 laps down because he's down in 11th. This is insane. I can't work out the points. This is the problem. I can't work out the points. Oh, this is crazy. With 30 coming up to 31 minutes to go, I can't. As I say, I can't work out the points at the moment. JMR coming out of pit lane. Be careful, mate. Be careful. Watch that pit lane speed. Yuri still in 3rd. He could be getting onto the podium. It could be, you know, it could be very interesting to see what's going to happen. Lemos, I think he's actually unlocked himself. But JMR still leads the race then, followed by Steve. Or is it going to be Yuri? It could be Yuri. It says it's a 1-2. This is insane. This is insane. I can't believe what I'm seeing. I really can't. As EW goes off. Oh, that was close. Hell's still in 4th then, trying to chase. No, he's not. Is he 3rd or is he 4th? This lap time, the timing screen's just thrown a wobble at me. Lemos is still, yeah, Lemos is still 2 laps down. What? This is insane. Come on, what is going on? As Lemos goes back into pit lane, 30 minutes left, half an hour to go. Excuse me, half an hour to go in this race. Is it going to be JMR's time to shine. It could be. It could be. If he plays the cards right now, he could put another lap on Lemos. This... What is going on? What is going on? Lemos comes out of pit lane. No, he's down in 11th. I don't believe this. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry, but I don't know what's going on. I can't work out the points in my head. This is mad. Sly Pete in pit lane. 4 laps down. What's happened to Sly Pete? As Hells goes into pit lane. Jury currently in second then. JMR. Where is Lemos though? Where is Lemos? He's still 11th place at the moment. He's probably going to realise that, you know, the likes of JMR's going to be catching him. He could be catching him for another lap soon. What's going on? What's going on in the final round of Thursday Night Racing League? This is mad. This is mad. I don't know who's winning the championship. I can't work out the permutations. I can't. It's tense. But what is happening at the moment? And JMR leads the race, then Lemos currently 2 laps down in 11th. It didn't count. His mandatory pit stop didn't count. Is that going to be title over for Lemos? 28 minutes to go. Is it going to be title over for Lemos? Is JMR going to go back to back? I don't really know. This is mad. I repeat, it is mad. Lemos has just crossed the line. Is he still 2 laps down now? Or has he unlapped himself? It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell what's going on. He's 11th place at the moment. Is he got enough for the championship? I don't know. I don't really know. I can't see mainly major battles, but I've got a major battle between Steve and Skyfu yet again. But I'm trying to work out what's happening with Lemos, because JMR's leading the race. Sly Pete 7 laps down now. What has happened? Has he had an issue? I can't believe what I've seen here with around 27 minutes to go. JMR still leading the race, about to put a lap on Future Revenge. Steve and of course Skyfu, they're having a bit of a nice battle yet again. But this is insane. This is insane. I feel like my voice is going to go, but if it does, it does, you know. But this is exactly what is happening. Lemos is 1 lap down now. He's a lap down, but he's now 2 laps down. Where is JMR? Where is JMR? Still leading the race. He's got traffic ahead of him. He knows that Lemos is going to be he's 2 laps down. He's Lemos. I can't believe what I've seen. This is the craziest end to a season. Now Steve and Skyfu, fair play to them. You know, Future Revenge is going to obviously let JMR go, hopefully. This is mad. This is mad. I don't know exactly what's going on. I can't work out the points. Just bear with me if I sound a bit weird at the moment. I can't work out the points at the moment in my head. Don't know what's happened to Sly Pete tonight, but Sly Pete was doing very well. But he's still in pit lane at the moment. Lemos is still there, circulating in 11th. Is this going to be enough for Lemos to get the championship, or is JMR going to do it? I don't know. This is, oh my days, I'm going to have to try and find out. But I'll tell you what, Steve's trying to get past Skyfu at the moment. It could be a very interesting year. He could actually get a better result, beat his best result of 3rd place here if he keeps it together. This is mad. I don't know what's gone on tonight, but this is mad. Championship leader Lemos down in 11th, 2 laps down. Monday 2 pit stop did not count first time round. What was going on? This is absolutely insane. But I tell you what, fair play. I'm going to give Yuri a shout out. Second place at the moment with around 24.5 minutes, just under 24.5. You can just hear the Porsche of Lemos. Oh my God, JMR's going to be lapping Lemos. He's going to put a third lap on him. No. If this is how it stands, Lemos is 3 laps down. If JMR laps him, we could have JMR doing a back-to-back. What is going on, ladies and gents? What is going on? I can't believe what I am seeing. This is crazy. It is a weird end to a fantastic season. As Lemos had an issue tonight, you know, because when he went into pit lane, it looked like he had an issue. But what's made him drop 2 laps down? Potentially now 3. Potentially 3 laps down. Where is JMR? JMR needs to. He's catching him. Look, he's catching him slowly but surely. Look on the map here to see. You know, Lemos is. He's going to try and get past Chris Allen, but put another lap on Chris Allen. But JMR could be soon lapping Lemos for the 3rd time. What is going on? What is going on? What is going on, ladies and gents? This is mad. But JMR then, he could be catching up to, of course, Lemos in a minute. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit sidetracked. Well, this is mad. Lemos, with 22 minutes to go. I hate to say this, but as he kissed goodbye to the championship, I don't really know. But I'll tell you what, fair play to JMR. It is going to be all or nothing. But JMR currently leading the race then, with Steve and Skyfu still battling for 3rd and 4th respectively. Where is Lemos? He's 2 laps. It could be soon. He's unlapped himself from Chris Allen at the moment, but he's down in 11th. Where JMR needs to put the foot down to get another lap on him. But Lemos is currently still 2 laps down. What is going on? 21 minutes to go. This, oh my, you know, just under 21 minutes to go. This is absolutely crazy. I can't believe what I have seen. What is going on? 20 minutes to go in this race. I could cry. I could cry, but I don't know what's gone on tonight. Has Lemos had issues that we don't know about? You know, it's a bit of a weird one. Sly P, no idea what's happened to him. 13th at the moment. Yuri, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give a shout out to Yuri. Yuri, 2nd place, getting better, a better result than 3rd. Fair play to Yuri. What has happened to Lemos though? What has happened to Lemos? I don't know whether he's thrown it away or he's just thought, I'm gonna give JMR the title because I've struggled. Has there been problems with Lemos' Porsche tonight? I don't really know. I'm a bit concerned, if I'm honest. He's 2 laps down with 19 and a half minutes 19 and a half minutes to go. Yuri currently in, of course, second. Skyfu currently still in third, with Steve chasing him down. This is absolutely mad. I can't believe what I've seen tonight. I can't believe it. It's like, what has gone on? Well, I'll tell you what, Steve and Skyfu still battling. Has Lemos given the title away? I don't know. I can't work it out. I need to work it out in my head. But JMR leading the race though. Is it enough though? Is it enough? Oh, there's a yellow flag somewhere. Chris Holland's gone into pit lane again. His night's gone from bad to worse by the looks of it. That's not good for the 28 Ferrari. As Skyfu and Steve still have a battle. So we've got three manufacturers in the top 3 positions. I tell you what, I don't know. I feel gutted for Lemos, if I'm honest. Currently down in 11th place, 2 laps down, 18 minutes to go. He's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna make it back into the race lead. If someone can help me work out the points, if someone knows TNRL points, please let me know. I'm a bit, I don't know, it's a weird one. Oh, I can't. But Steve's trying to get the attack on Skyfu at the moment. This is absolutely mental. This is one battle. But if you just joined, what has happened to Lemos tonight? What has happened to him? I can't believe what I've seen. You know, there is so much stuff as Steve tries to put Skyfu under so much pressure. You can just hear the Lamborghini of Yuri at the moment. But is Lemos going to be... JMR's probably thinking, yes, Lemos is now 11th. Is this going to be my time to shine, to go back to back? I can't work it out. I can't work it out. What is going on? I know for a fact my voice is going... Excuse me. My voice definitely disappears during commentary. But this is why I love commentating, because I tell you what, battles like this is unreal. I tell you what, Steve and Skyfu battling galore with around 16 minutes to go. Just, I tell you what a thrilling end to the season. You know, Lemos, what has happened? What has happened, mate? I feel really gutted for Lemos. He's got to try and push on. JMR knows what's happening here, but is he now on the lead lap? He's still 2 laps down. You know, it could be a fight back. It could be an interesting fight back. But Steve and Skyfu still battling. I don't really know what's happened to Lemos. But this is absolutely unreal. We can just see how crazy it's getting between the likes of Skyfu and of course Steve at the moment. But Lemos, where is Lemos? He's got a, yes, he's catching. He's going to be catching up to who's 28 is obviously Chris Allen, but not many battles galore now. It's all seems to be a bit calmed down with around 15 minutes to go. But I'll tell you what, fair play to Skyfu and Steve, they're still putting on an amazing battle. I'll tell you what, I'm a bit concerned to what's happened to Lemos tonight, because I'll tell you what, but then the move is going to be on between Steve and Skyfu. They're battling hard and giving each other a bit of respect, which is good to see. But I'll tell you what, is JMR going to go back to back? I think he may be now, because the way I see it at the moment, Lemos is really going to struggle. He's pushing on, currently 11th, but 2 laps down. But then is it 2 laps down though? I don't know what's going on. I can't work it out. 14 minutes to go. I can't work it out. I'm trying to see what's happening with the championship contenders, but I'll tell you what, fair play. Skyfu and Steve still battling. I'll tell you what, this is going to be a thrilling end to the season, isn't it? Is this what we wanted to see tonight? What I don't know. I'm going to have to ask James what he thinks happened to Lemos. But this is absolutely insane. I don't know whether JMR's got the championship sewn up. I don't know whether Lemos has. It's an absolute insane end to the season. "13 minutes to go." I don't know. I can't work it out. I can't work it out. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be absolutely insane. I'll tell you what, fair play to Steve at the moment. He's giving it his all to try and chase after Skyfu. I'll tell you what, tonight has been one of the craziest races. DC Joe ahead of Lemos. If Lemos can get into the top 10, something might happen. I don't know the point scores. I don't really know what's going on. But I tell you what, Lemos has got to be careful now. If he gets his foot down and pushes on to get past DC Joe, he's at least then in the top 10. But I can't work out the scores. I find it a bit fascinating as he gets now past DC Joe. He's now got to try and push on now. Is he going to make it a miracle with 12 minutes to go? Is there going to be a miracle? Is there going to be one last gasp? I can't work it out at the moment. I can't work it out. Lemos is now in 10th place. Is this going to be all or nothing for Lemos? It's going to be hard to work it out. I'm sorry, ladies and gents. I struggle to work things out. It's going to be very close to see what may happen here. 11.5 minutes to go. I can't believe what I've seen. I really can't. JMR must be thinking Lemos is in 10th. I've got potentially one hand as on the trophy at the moment as things stand. But I tell you what, with Lemos 2 laps down, this could be disaster. Skyfu and Steve still battling. EW catching them with great speed and lots as well. Is there going to be one sting in the tail? Are we going to see a dramatic end to season 6? I don't know. I can't see what is happening with the points. I can't work it out. I feel, but I'll tell you this, it is going to be unreal. Lemos is still there in 10th place at the moment. JMR is currently trying to work out where he is. He's there on track. He's still leading the race. 10 minutes to go. Is there going to be one final sting in the coffin? Is there going to be? I can't work it out. I'm too tense. I'm actually scared for the first time ever in Thursday Night Racing League commentary. I repeat, scared as a commentator to see what's going to happen in the final 10 minutes. Skyfu and Steve are still battling. What has happened tonight? What has happened? What has happened? It is absolutely insane. Can we please, if you are watching the stream, guys, give a massive thumbs up to this stream, because it's going to help these guys out for season 7. It's going to help me out for future commentary. But my gosh, we've had one amazing season. What is happening so far? And thus far in the race, you know, JMR leading the race, Yuri, his teammate, in second. It's a 1-2 for that team, regardless what happens now. But I tell you what, poor old Lemos, 2 laps down. I don't think he's going to do it. I hate to say this, but I don't think he's going to do it. 9 minutes to go. I don't know what's going to happen. I can't look. I'm slightly scared. The jury puts a lap on Jarrett Jr. at the moment. I think Lemos has got to push really hard to try and get past, but he's got Hells ahead of him. How about Hells is having another battle? I can't picture it. I can't picture in my head what the championship table is going to be like. I can't, but please give it a massive thumbs up. Please, please do. I need, seriously, massive thumbs up on this, because this is going to help them. This has been an absolutely crazy end to the season, as Lemos is now trying to get past Hells. He's got to be careful. He's trying to unlap himself, but Hells thinks it's for position, but it's not. This is mad. This is seriously mad. Where is JMR? JMR's got to try, you know, he knows for a fact he's going to have to try and lap. He's got to try and unlap himself, but Steve has been overtaken by EW. EW has got all over the back of course, now Skyfu. This could be disaster. This could be yet again disaster for anyone. I can't believe what I've seen tonight. I really can't. 7 minutes to, just under 7, coming up to 7 minutes to go. What is going on? I feel, what is going on? What is going on? You know, Yuri's currently second. JMR, he knows. Has he got Lemos ahead of him? No, he hasn't. He's slowly but surely catching up to Lemos. Is he going to put another lap on Lemos? Like, this is what? Oh my days! I can't work it out with points. This is something I struggle with. But guess what? This is absolutely unreal. 6 minutes 35 seconds on the clock. What is happening? What is happening? Has Lemos thrown the title away? Steve's got back in front of EW now to now get onto the back of Skyfu. What is going on? What is going on? This is absolutely mental. I can't. Oh, bit of near enough contact, but the three cars at the moment. Ballas are third. I can't believe what I've seen. 6 minutes left of the final race of the season. This one looks like it's setting on a fabulous end. Can someone please just tell me what's going on? Lemos, he's getting caught up in these. He's getting caught up in you know, trying to unlap himself. He's got 5.5 minutes to go. Is he going to be able to do it though? Is he going to be able to do it? JMR knows what he's got to do. Lemos, he's got past BRNTZ, but he's still 2 laps down. He's still 2 laps down. He's not. Is he going to be able to do it though? JMR, though, fair play. 5 minutes to go. This is battering my head. But I'll tell you what, the battle for third, fourth and fifth still raging on between the likes of EW, Skyfu and Steve. EW goes one way, tries to close the door, tries to get alongside Skyfu. Skyfu's got snookered. What a move by EW to get third on around 4.5 minutes to go. This, I can't believe you couldn't write this. You couldn't write this if you tried. But I tell you what, this is absolutely insane. I feel like my voice is going. I might have to get another cup of tea after this. But I tell you what, this is absolutely fantastic. I'm not going to lie. What a thrilling end to the season. Lemos is 2 laps down. I can't believe I'm writing this, and I can't believe I'm saying this. But championship leader is in 10th place, 2 laps down. Is that gonna hurt him with 2 laps down? It possibly might do, you know. I can't work out the points at the moment. I can't work out what's going on. JMR still leading the race then. But I tell you what, EW and Skyfu runs wide though. But that's allowed EW to get away, and Steve's got past Skyfu now. Skyfu's podium chance has gone. With 3 minutes 22 left on the clock. Oh my goodness. What a thrilling end to season 6. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I really can't. This season has probably been one of the craziest seasons, and probably this is now one of the craziest ends to the season. My voice is well and truly getting rude. But my gosh, what is going to happen? I can't believe 2.5 minutes to go then. JMR, are you going to go back to back, mate? Are you going back to back title? I don't know. It's hard to tell. Lemos is 2 laps down though, so it may count. It may count. And just remember, he's had to pit twice. It didn't count. It didn't count first time round. So Jeremiah knows he's got one hand on that trophy. He can sniff it now. He can smell that trophy with 2 minutes to go in this final race of the season. Is it going to be the penultimate lap? Is it going to be the final lap? Yes, it's going to be the penultimate lap, I think. Oh my days, what have we seen this evening? Yuri, fair play, 2nd place at the moment. He's unstoppable. This is mental. I can't believe. I've got to feel sorry for Lemos. It could be game over for him now. He's 2 laps down. He's 2 laps down in 10th place. Is that gonna be? Is it championship over? I think it is. I think it is. You know. I don't want to be. I can't be certain, but I think it could be. He's got 1 minute and 10 seconds to go though. Oh, this is mad. And I mean, it is mad. JMR still winning, still leading rather. Yuri there, and of course 3rd. EW in, of course, 3rd place. Steve 4th, Skyfu 5th now. BR and TZ thereabouts now in 6th. Hells in 7th. Future Revenge in, of course, 8th. Junior and, of course, 9th place. Lemos though, Lemos championship leader, might not be championship winner after this. He is on now what will be his penultimate lap. JMR though coming through the final turn to go onto the final lap. He's on the final lap, and I hate to say this, but is this goodbye to Lemos' championship campaign? Oh my days, it could be. I don't know exactly what the time it says on the timing thing, But I tell you what, fair play to JMR. It could be a championship. Lemos though in 10th place. Is he too late? Is he still 2 laps down? Oh my days. Guys, if you're watching the stream, please do give it a massive thumbs up. It will help me. It will help these guys out. But I tell you what, JMR, he knows what he's got to do. Has he won the championship? I can't tell because it's not told me. JMR though, I mean Lemos. What is Lemos? Is he 2 laps down? Is he home and dry though? Yes, he's 2 laps down. He is 2 laps down. Oh my days. This is mental. Lemos 2 laps down in 10th. He's thrown it away. He has thrown it away. He's 2 laps down. It's not gonna be a championship for Lemos. It's not gonna be a championship for Lemos. Oh my days. It looks like JMR though coming through the final lap and to take victory. It could be the championship. He will be celebrating. Oh my days. Where has that come from? Lemos is 2 laps down. Fair play to Yuri. I'll tell you what. What have we seen? Oh my goodness. Let me throw. Tell you what, Yuri coming through in the final turn. It is a 1-2 for the JMR squad. What a perfect end for Yuri. 2nd place. Well done, my friend. What an NEW in 3rd. This has been a brilliant end. Steve in 4th. PRNTZ 19. And of course, 5th place, followed by Skyfu 6th. Skyfu's had a bit of a... Don't know why he pulled into pit lane on the final lap. Hell's in 7th, then Future Avenge. And of course, 8th. Followed by Lemos. Lemos, what have you done, mate? What have you done? 2 laps down to finish in 10th place. Oh, mate, I feel really gutted for you. Oh, fair play though. You've given it your all this season. Something's happened, and I think JMR. I don't know whether JMR's won the championship or what, but it's the sunset on a fabulous season as he skids out as JMR. Lemos 2 laps down. As he had an issue tonight, I'm going to try and get JMR into the comms box to try and see if he can tell me what has gone on. This has been a mad season. See if he can get in the comms box. Let's have a look. What's going to happen? But oh my gosh. Mate, what on earth have you won?
I have no idea, mate.
He was
I don't know how the point...
he was 10th and 2 laps down.
10th and 2 laps down, yeah. It's more the position, because I don't know how many points he gets for 10th. I don't know how many points I get for a win. Oh my goodness. How the hell did that happen? Was he... Because I didn't see a penalty flash up.
No.
I don't actually know what happened to him.
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I can't work out the points. I can't work it out.
I don't know what the points are. Oh my goodness. And Yuri second. What a result.
Yeah. 1-2 for your team. As you can tell, my voice is wrecked.
Yeah, I bet a lot was going on.
I don't know what was going on. There was battles at the behind. You lot were way off, and then you were like, and then Lemos went into pit lane. I don't know whether he's letting EW go and do his penalty or whatever, or what. And the next minute it was like, oh.
Yeah.
So I don't know what was going on.
I think Lemos and EW might be on another party, so we'll see if we can invite them in here.
Yes.
Okay. I'll add them because I've got them as add players. There we go.
Get Yuri to come in as well.
Yeah, I'll get Yuri as well.
Oh, my throat is killing me. What are you lot trying to do to me? Are you trying to kill me? I did say try and give Jem peace and quiet over the weekend.
You deserve it. Very good evening to you, mate. Seriously? Thank you, but I don't know if I've won yet.
Wait, why? Oh, on the championship, yeah.
Yeah. 19 points it was.
Yeah.
Ow.
Holy moly.
Good evening, mate. How are you?
How are you?
I'm wrecked. My throat's dead.
Mate, I'm sweating. It's incredible.
I was chilling.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, well, I went fully to the inside because I didn't want to take any prisoners. I was so slow off the start. I even brake boosted and it's still just so much turbo lag.
Yeah, I was so fast in the first part of the first stint. I was actually keeping up with Lemos, bro.
I saw you two dropped me.
Yeah, I was doing 41.7s, 41.6s.
I got to the middle point of the race. I was like, Jesus, what is the point? and then the race came to me.
Yeah, you just.
My second stint was really good. I didn't do a single 43. I was doing low 42s most of the time.
Yeah. Good.
What's your fastest step?
41.5.
Jesus. I was a 42.2.
But my tires died so quickly, mate. It's the same issue again.
42.2 was my best. It's 7/10. It's mad.
Yeah.
I did. It was absolutely fantastic. I couldn't believe what was going on. I was literally scared. I was thinking, what's going on? Lemos is like 10th, 2 laps down. What's going to happen? Can't work it out with points. Well. And some drama right at the end. Yeah.
Nah, I think so as well.
Hey, I tell you what, there was a heck of a lot of closeness between yourself, Skyfu, and Steve, and I was like, here we go. Something's going to happen towards the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You lot have killed me. You lot have killed me. I don't know how you managed to do it. We're trying to. I think we're still trying to work out who's won, but
Yeah. I thought my relatives was wrong when I saw Lemos in 10th, so I kept cycling it. Thought it was a glitch.
Yeah, well,
but
at first I thought it was a glitch, but then it glitched out with his mandatory, but he went back in the pits again, and I was like, oh, okay,
do you know what happened?
I don't know, mate.
Yeah, he ran out of fuel in the pit lane.
Ooh.
Oh, did he actually?
Yeah, he couldn't get into his pit box. Yeah.
So he had to jump to...
Yeah, he lost like 2 minutes doing that.
Oh, costly.
Yeah,
that's probably
at the same time I had my drive-through, so I
don't understand why he would risk that though, because he would have seen his fuel, surely.
Yeah, he took 69 liters and I took 70, and he ran out by one liter. So
I was on 85 at the start.
Well, by the sounds of it, JMR, you are champion, mate. Because Lemos says by for his understanding that, you know, because he ran out of fuel.
Yeah, he is.
Yes.
Where are the points on which part of the Discord are the points?
They are in no, it's they should be there, but then obviously they might have took them down. Hang on, give me 1 second. Championship table. Yeah.
Oh, championship rule. Hang on. Yeah, championship rules. Overall,
oh, that'll tell me. That'll tell me.
And obviously it's double for an endurance. So I came first. I got 40. Where was he? 10th.
Yeah.
He got 6. Oh my God! I've won.
You've won it. You've won it. You've gone back to back.
Oh my God!
You've gone back to back, mate. That's bad.
Alright, guys, you can call me Fernando Alonso.
Congratulations, mate.
Oh, you killed me. I'm gonna die. I think I'm gonna die every week next season. I think.
Oh my goodness.
Get in, mate. Well done.
I got to make it 3 now.
Got to try and make it 3 wins on. You got to make it 3 wins on the spin now, mate. But all I can tell you guys, what a thrilling end to the season, and thank you so much for keeping me entertained on a Thursday. It has been a pleasure. I should be back for season 7.
Brilliant.
Yeah, thank you for having us, mate.
Thank you so much for the comments.
Yeah, love it. Yeah, man.
It's an absolute pleasure to drive.
See you in a bit. Aye.
Alright, guys, have a good one.
Alrighty, we'll see you in a bit.
Guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
See ya.
See you.
See you in a bit.
Let's go.
Let's go, mate. You might as well go and celebrate. You might as well go and celebrate, mate, because I'm going to have to wrap up stream.
Awesome.
But well done, mate. Yet again for a good championship. Yet again, man. You know you've got it. But there we go.
Consistency is key, man.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, brilliant. Right, I'm going to go and celebrate.
Go and do it.
Thank you so much.
Alright, mate. See you later. Right then, guys. Yes, that is it. That is a wrap for season 6. What a thrilling end. Lemos ran out of fuel going into pit lane, and then finished 10th, 2 laps down, 6 points, because it's obviously double for the endurance race. But JMR, season 6 champion as well as season 5. Can he make it 3 wins on the spin in season 7? Find out at the end of the month when we head. I can't remember Monza. When we head to Monza for the first round of season 7 at the end of the month. I've been Hopper's Thursday Night Racing League, and this has been season 6 for the PlayStation 4, guys. I'll see you at the end of the month. Ta-ra, guys. Please give it a massive thumbs up, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Ta-ra.